Maybe just a little less guitar in the monitor. All of a sudden, there's a lot of me there, Joe. Hey, hey, that's good, that's perfect, y'all, let's sing. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive, y'all, I'm alive with the Spirit of God. So let's talk about it. What does that mean anyway? The Spirit of love, the Spirit of joy, the Spirit of peace. Let's just claim some of those for ourselves. Will y'all sing along with me? I am alive with the Spirit of joy. I am alive with the Spirit of joy. I am alive with the Spirit of joy. I am alive, y'all. I'm alive with the Spirit of joy. Online community, we're glad you're here too. So go ahead and paste in there, post in there, paste, post, type, I don't know, what you are alive with this morning. How about the Spirit of peace? I am alive with the Spirit of peace. I am alive with the Spirit of peace. I am alive with the Spirit of peace. I am alive, y'all. I'm alive with the Spirit of peace. Let's talk about embodying the Spirit of love. I am alive with the Spirit of love. I am alive with the Spirit of love. I am alive with the Spirit of love. I am alive, y'all, alive with the Spirit of love. We're going to take it back to the Spirit of God, but I got to make sure your coffee's working. So let's break it down and put your hands together while you sing with me. Are you ready? I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. Woo. Yeah, alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive, y'all. I'm alive with the Spirit of God. One more time, the Spirit of joy. I am alive with the Spirit of joy. I am alive with the Spirit of joy. I am alive with the Spirit of joy. I am alive, I'm alive with the Spirit of joy. I am alive, y'all, I'm alive with the Spirit of God. Differently every time. All right, thank you so much. I turned this Rochelle Coatney on the cajon over here. Y'all give her a hand. She's also an intuitive drummer, because I play things differently every single time. She's looking at me like, I don't know how you're going to stop the song. It's just my norm. It's what I do. I follow. You do a good job. We appreciate you. This is our opportunity to turn and say good morning to our neighbor. Online community, that includes you. So say good morning to your neighbor online. Let us know where you're watching from. We're so glad you're streaming in. And those of you in the room with me, I'm so glad you are here as well. So turn and say good morning to someone. If you're not a hugger, put your hand out. We're a hugging bunch. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Lay all your fears and all your doubts aside. Let go of all the hurt you hold inside. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. This would be a good opportunity for you to go onto your smartphone and check into the evening news, to Carolina Center for Spiritual Awakening service. Maybe even share this live stream so people can see what we're up to around here. Can you feel the love of all who've gathered round? You are worthy of this gift of love right now. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. you are. You are wanted here. So open up your heart. One more time, sing it with us. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here. So open up your heart. Yeah. Give yourselves a hand. Whoever you are and wherever you're from, you are welcome here, and we're so glad that you're with us this morning. We have a reading from the Science of Mind magazine next, and one of our members, Marilyn Atlas, is going to share that with us. Thank you, Marilyn.
Tilt it down, yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now I got to read it. Okay. This is from the Science of Mind magazine, Sunday, September 18th. The sacredness of an interaction. The earth is the mother of all people, and all people, I can see that, should have equal rights upon it. Chief Joseph. Let's each, in his own way, dedicate his time, his service, his hope, and his spiritual convictions to the common cause of liberty and justice for all. That's from Ernest Holmes, The Essential Ernest Holmes, page 180. Think back to all the people you interacted with over the month. As you bring these people into the forefront of your mind, I'd like you to ask yourself this question. Did these people leave my presence feeling empowered and surrounded by feelings of positivity and optimism? Or did my interaction with them have them feeling disempowered and doubtful? By asking ourselves this question, we remind ourselves that every interaction we have with another human being is influencing that human in one way or another, whether positive or negative. Far too often, I am completely unaware of the impact I have on people who I pass at the grocery store, drive by in my car, and sit next to at a restaurant. It's as if I'm so consumed with my little world that I fail to recognize I am sharing this moment with the individual who happens to grace my experience. Even more so, each interaction we have with another person plants seeds within their minds and hearts that, given time, have the potential to blossom and develop in their experience. This is why we still are impacted by the things people said to us decades ago, things it feels like they're saying today. Let us be mindful of the seeds we plant within our others by way of being attentive and intentional regarding the words we speak, actions we take, and thoughts we think about them. We can live with compassion, but it's only truly done when that compassion impacts everyone and everything around us. So the affirmation is, I speak compassionate to each person I meet. I meet compassionately to each person I meet. I speak compassionately to myself. I speak compassionately to myself.
Good afternoon. We have some affirmation. Well, first of all, we're going to read our vision and mission statement together. Ooh, that light. Blinding. Our vision is, we are a global community that recognizes, honors, and nurtures the dignity and uniqueness of all people and the oneness of creation. And our mission is, we connect through the energy of loving kindness, spiritual practice, and sacred service. Awesome. We have a few announcements concerning our upcoming move. Next Sunday, September 25th, we will have our last service here, hopefully. Not that we want to leave, but we're ready to our next vision. Right after service, we're going to go to our new space and have a potluck supper with our friends who are with the Hearts United for Good. So join us. That will be fun. The following Tuesday, the 27th, will be a work day at the new space for anyone who is available to help. There'll be all kind of things from painting, cleaning, whatever. And we have a sign-up sheet in the back for anybody who is available to help. So, of course, this is a bit tentative on things that are out of our control over at the other space. So we're aiming for the 1st of October, but we'll see. We'll see if everything is ready on their end. But let's still get together on the 27th for our work day. And I think that's it. First Sunday is on October 2nd. That's it.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you. So I recognize that not everyone can come on a Tuesday to help, but if you are available, and there'll be things that we can do, and probably things that we can do on other days to get us ready for that new space. Let's let all that go for a minute. Let's just let everything go for right now and just move into a time of being fully present right here together, allowing the music to take us deeper into a moment of meditation. Right here, right now, we have come into the presence of love, and our hearts are open to the love that's found right here, right now, right here, right now. We have come into the presence of God, and our hearts are open to the love that's found right here, right now. So I open my heart and my mind to that presence of love. I open to be a vessel for that love. I release any ideas of separation, of smallness, of other. And I move into a consciousness, intentionally a consciousness of unity. And I know that wherever I am, there God is. And God is this loving presence that's bigger than any pronoun. And so I just allow it to move through me uninhibited by any ideas of separation. Breathing into oneness, breathing into acceptance of one another, acceptance of the presence of love. I speak this word knowing for each of us and for the Carolina Center for Spiritual Awakening that we are experiencing that oneness as we are allowing ourselves to be actively part of the whole. To do that, we let any judgments, any ideas unlike that just fall away. And so I claim for myself and for each of us this morning a deeper awareness of this power and presence that created us, that moves through us. And I look for the good everywhere I go. I look for ways that I can be an example of it everywhere I go. Thank you, God.
presence that you are in my life. So wherever I am, there you are, and I am on sacred ground. And so I turn to the consciousness of wholeness, that consciousness of unity, that consciousness of willingness within me, that Christ consciousness. And I become willing to be that sanctuary, that space of love. Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary for you. And so I invite you to just spend a moment in open receptivity, allowing anything that stands between you and being that open vessel, allowing anything to just fall away through your willing heart so that you can be and feel that presence of love. Right here and right now. Feeling that presence of love. Consciously allowing anything unlike love's presence to just fall away. I speak compassionately to others. I see through the eyes of love. I allow my life to be an example of love's presence. I am unconditional love. I am the presence of unconditional love wherever I go.
open. I am willing. I allow. I am open. I am willing. I allow. I am open. I am willing. I allow. Let's anchor this together with some deep breaths. Again. Thank you. Once more. Yeah, let's do it one more time. Let it out really good. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Rochelle, for accompanying me there. Laying that string pad, it just takes me into another zone. I love it. My first cross-country tour, I found myself in San Francisco playing in a cool little venue downtown San Francisco, and I drove this big monstrosity of a conversion van. Loved my little magic machine. What was it they called it in Scooby-Doo? The Mystery Machine. Yeah, it looked like the Mystery Machine. I loved my Mystery Machine. Vanna White, as I called her. And I showed up at my friend's house, and he goes, well, we can't take that. And I'm like, no, we have to take that. All my equipment's in there, my CDs and everything, tapes and CDs back then. And then he goes, no, you can't take that downtown San Francisco. And I'm like, but I have to. So we had that little debate for a minute. He said, you will never be able to park that thing in San Francisco. And I was like, get in the van, dude. I'm going to be late for my show. Did I mention I was already in this teaching of the Science of Mind? And in our very first Science of Mind 101, the teacher joked about manifesting parking spots. So I was like, I got this, baby. Pulled up. Y'all, I'm not kidding. A parking place, I can parallel park like a pro. Parallel parking spot at the front door of the venue. He was like, the whole time I was there for like 3 days, he was like, I can't believe you got that parking place. I don't know. How did you do that? You called ahead, right? They saved that for you? I'm like, no, I didn't. I thought about it. I envisioned it. I felt it. I expected it, and it showed up. In the Science of Mind, we call that thought plus feeling equals action, also known as the law of attraction or the law of mind action. The predominant thinking and feeling state that we live in, that we cultivate inside of us, shows up outside of us. It's as Ned talked about it this morning, it's the universe's way of leveling up and balancing out, right? When we up level, the universe matches us. But same thing works in the other direction, right? When we go, oh, that's never going to happen, that's never going to work. The universe says, okay, got your order, coming up. So I was thinking about that and thinking about how, manifesting, we talk about these words, manifesting and demonstration, and that can seem like weird, when you first come in here and hear us talk about manifesting something or demonstrating something. What it really means is that we are actively engaging this law of mind. But here's an important part to get. It works even when we're not intentionally doing it, even when we're not actively doing it. It works when things don't go our way as well, but we had the thought plus the feeling and then got that other outcome. So here we are last weekend on Tybee Island after the Equality Fest. We'd had a wonderful time, and Angie and I were hanging out at our favorite little spot, the little private beach that we go to. It's not really private, but no one knows about it, so it's like ours. And we're there, and Kim, guitar player Kim, she was there with her partner Stacy, and we had our hammocks under the pier. And Kim's like chilling. Took a minute though, because Kim, she looks at all the things and makes sure everything's good. And she's like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I think this thing might break. I don't know why. Are you sure this is safe? I'm like, Kim, it holds 300 pounds. You're this big. You're tiny. Get in there. So then Stacy comes over and says, I'm going to get in with you. So her partner gets in. But again, the two of them together, they're still, I'm sure, under the weight limit. So they're on there, and the whole time Kim's going, this is not a good idea. This thing's going to break. We've had these, many of you know, we've had these hammocks on the side of rivers, on the side of mountains. We've had people as big as me and bigger than me in these hammocks. They've been fine. No one has ever fallen or it's never broken. But Kim kept saying, it's going to break. It's going to break. It's going to break. Boom! It broke. Kim was on the bottom. Stacy was on the top. First thing out of her mouth was, I told you that was going to happen. And I said, Kim, if only, I have permission to share this. I love you, Kim. And I said, Kim, if only we could be as excited about our demonstrations as we are about our limitations. Yeah? She goes, I know, you're right. I was kind of expecting that to happen. Now, in her defense, the strap was frayed, so because we'd been hanging it on the side of this pier and it had been going across the concrete and it kind of frayed itself. But at the same time, things like that really do happen when we are expecting a thing, when we are having the thought plus the feeling of, oh, right? You know what I'm talking about. You have those feelings of angst. And then they show up as your experience, and you're like, I knew it. How many people have said that? I knew that was going to happen. And it's not something you wanted. And then you get the promotion, or you get the house that you wanted, or the car that you wanted, and you go, I just can't believe it. Think about it. We have a hard time believing it when it's the good stuff. We're always like, oh, that's too good to be true. I just can't believe that. That's amazing. I can't believe it. And yet, when it's something that hurts, it's scary, it's not what we wanted, we're like, well, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. So it speaks to this. It speaks to where are we setting our course? Where are we setting our course? Every single day, are we taking the time to really think about what it is that we want to attract into our experience and then being that from the inside out? Being that from the inside out. Instead of, I knew that person was going to be mean to me. Instead of that, going within and going, okay, I'm seeing them as other, I'm seeing them as separate, I'm seeing them as a jerk. What within me resonates with that, and how do I need to heal it and let it go? And then all of a sudden, la, they're fabulous. Because you healed it, or they're gone. One of the two things. They're either going to up level or they're going to leave. So, but the important part is to do our work on the inside. Because we're in this magnetic pull, this proving the law all the time. Proving this law of mind, we're doing it all the time. Whether we like the outcome or we don't like the outcome, we're always proving it. We have to be careful of the places that we are expecting, of what we are in expectancy of. It's different than expectation. I'm not talking about placing expectations on people. I'm talking about being in an inner state of expectancy to receive your good. So my battery died, y'all. My battery in my car died. Made it all the way to Savannah. Got out of the car, went into the store, came back out, and nothing. Dead. Angie had to come pick me up. We stayed at our friend's place, and then the next day it rained the entire day. So we're out there for hours. We go to AutoZone, we buy a new battery. I felt so accomplished and so proud of myself because I put the battery in myself. I was so excited. I was feeling so just like, yeah, I got this. Nothing. And we're out there for hours in the rain with a new battery, nothing. Then Good Samaritan number 4 stops over, and he would not leave. He's like, I'm going to help you fix this battery, or this car. He said, I think they sold you a bad battery. So we took the battery out. We're going back to AutoZone, which is at the stoplight just right beside us. And he goes, here, I'll just take the old battery too, because I want to make sure that one's, maybe it's still good. So this guy, John, that's all I know, John, takes our battery we just paid $200 for, and the old battery, that, as far as we know, is still good too, and left. And we left and went to AutoZone, and the whole time I'm going, man, there's so many good people in the world. There's just so many good people in the world. There's so many good people. Where's John? But we've been here for a minute, huh? Angie, who never thinks anything other than the best of anyone, me, for the most part, same. We both go, oh my God, did we just give away both our batteries? Like, is he selling them on eBay as we speak? Like, I said, I'm gonna need a minute. I got out of the car and I started pacing in the parking lot because I knew I needed to take myself back to being in alignment with what I wanted to experience. I believe it with all my heart. I got out in the parking lot, I'm walking, I'm going, there are so many good people in the world. And I am safe, and I am good, and I am provided for, and I'm in alignment with my highest, greatest good, even if that means John is having a good time with the new battery that he's selling on eBay. I'm still protected, divinely guided, and all is well. And then he turned into the parking lot. He was right there. But I had that moment, and instead of saying, I knew that was going to happen, I said, huh. When I thought he had taken off with our battery, I said, huh? Well, if that's the case, that's surprising. And in that moment, I realized this teaching works. Because there was a time in my life when, trust me, it would have been like, son of a, I can't even saba dahaba dahaba. And I would be like going down the road looking for John, you know, and I'd be mad, and I would be expecting, like, how dare I have the audacity to trust for a half a second, right? That's the way I used to live my life. But instead, I was surprised at the thought that possibly someone hoodooed us, right? And then I got myself back in check. I got myself back in alignment and thought, no matter what, I am taken care of. All is well. Got back in the car and said, he'll be here. And he pulled into the parking lot. And then he tells the lady inside, she goes, man, you are a good Samaritan. You've been out there for how long helping her? And he said, you know, my relatives would come back from the dead and kick my butt if I left these ladies out there in the rain with a car that didn't run. Anyway, he got our car running. But the point was, for me, realizing that shift that had taken place internally when something didn't go the way for even a split second that I thought it would go, shifting from the way I used to be of, I knew that was going to happen. You can't trust anybody. I was a fool for thinking I could trust people. Ever felt that way? Let that go. You're not trusting the personalities of people. That's not what I'm talking about. You're trusting the infinite power and presence moving through us, connecting us all to our highest, greatest good. That's what you're trusting when you're believing in and setting your course for a demonstration, for a manifestation of some sort. When you say, let it go in affirmative prayer, you get to that last step and you say, I release and I let go. You're not saying, I don't care. You're not saying, I'm not going to do my part. You're saying, I trust and believe that the universe has my back. And so it is. I let this go. Moving out of that place. And one of the tools that helps to do that is something that Emmett Fox called the golden key. He was a wonderful metaphysical teacher. And he talked about the golden key. And basically, the golden key that you're going to use is every time you think about your problems, you choose to think about God instead. And I'm not talking about how some of us were raised. You know, I had this visual of God being this really ominous, scary dude on a cloud pointing at me with his lightning bolt finger ready for when I messed up, which was often. And so I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you're thinking about your problems, you shift to the qualities of the infinite, the qualities of wholeness, the qualities of safety and love and joy and peace. You find a way to shift. That's using the golden key to shift from the problem into the solution. Being that quality is then the next step. You don't just think about it. You look and say, okay, how am I in alignment with qualities of peace? Am I out of alignment with peace? Am I talking about it, but I'm not being it inside? Am I in alignment with joy? Am I living from my happy, creative space? Or am I feeling contracted, constricted all the time in my life? I almost put those together and made a new word. Am I doing that, or am I living in a place of freedom? So you move from the problem into the embodiment of the qualities of the divine. That's how you get into the vibrational alignment and make something welcome. You make welcome the good things instead of making welcome the things you don't want. So give me some examples. What are some things that you have either done yourself or heard other people say, I knew that was going to happen, and it's not something you want? Anyone? Traffic jam. Battery dying. I didn't say I knew that was going to happen, though, even though I should have, because my mechanic told me to buy a new battery, and I said, yeah, I'll get to that. So what are some other things? Someone being a jerk, in your infinite opinion? What else? Go ahead. Don't be shy. It's going to rain every day on vacation. I knew that would happen. Instead of, you had the forecast from just, woof, the rough. It was going to rain every day on your vacation, and Donna said, not on my watch. You need somebody to do a little prayer with you. Get Terry Ann or Donna. They're just killing it with these treatments. Last night we were standing outside the neighborhood theater over there, and somebody said, man, App State's going to need a Hail Mary to win. And she goes, and I know that's possible. Come on, God. And then my friend Lee went, oh, my God, we just scored. We just won. And I said, well, Donna's praying. What do you expect? Right? Move into the alignment. Move into that expectancy. What are we in expectancy of? Are we in the expectancy of, I've got this Zoom call and the Wi-Fi is going to be crappy and they're going to get every other word and I'm going to get frustrated? Are you in the expectancy of a long line at the grocery store? And these are little things, but they add up and they start to change the inner environment that we create through. So being in that space of expectancy that everything is in alignment with my highest, greatest good. I'm here to be this vessel of love, and I allow anything else to fall away, and I show up as that. That's my job. That's my job, to show up as love, to be that. And sometimes it takes being patient, doesn't it? Sometimes it takes being patient if we really want to demonstrate, to manifest the thing that we are so wanting. I think about the Tybee Equality Fest that my wife created 4 years ago. And that very first one, I remember her standing there, and it was beautiful. We had it at the Tybee Wedding Chapel, and there were all these vendors, but there weren't all the people that we wanted. And we were just, and I remember seeing the look on her face as she said, I'm so surprised. She didn't say, I knew this was going to happen. Nobody supports equality. No. She said, I'm so surprised. And so when I say be patient, I'm so surprised when this doesn't work out the way that we want it to. And so we stay in that space. We don't give up. We don't start finding the ways that other people are wrong, and that's why it hasn't happened for us yet. We stay in the harmony, in the alignment, in the welcoming space of that new job, that new house, that new relationship, or that better experience of forgiveness and love. And then fast forward 4 years, and here we were last weekend, and there were people everywhere, and they were dancing, and everybody was happy and in their joy and celebrating inclusion and diversity. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I think about Brenda and Gina. You'll see them next week. They'll be here. Brenda and Gina, like they're standing here. Part of our band who had their Doubting Thomas Band reunion show last night. What an amazing night. You may think you've seen Brenda and Gina perform, but if you didn't see them last night, I don't know what you saw, because that was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And I thought about this topic that I'm talking about right now, because I know that they stayed in the thought and in the feeling, and that produced that outcome. They stayed in the thought, they stayed in the feeling of their why, their passion, their creative expression. They stayed in that, and then it was amazing. It was amazing. So stay the course, be patient, and tap into that place within you that says, this is the direction I want. I'm not going to falter. I'm not going to waver. I'm going to continue to make a difference in the world by being part of an inclusive community like this, by showing up in your family in a way that maybe you're the only person that speaks up for justice. Maybe you're the only person that speaks up for equality in your family, in your workplace, or in your community at home, whatever the case may be. Maybe you're the only person that gives a voice as an advocate for someone experiencing mental illness. Maybe you know, whatever it is that's yours to do, maybe it's all of the above. Stay the course and be in that constant choice of expectancy of the outcome instead of surprised when it happens. Being in that place of feeling it. You know, in the Bible, it says that Job, you know, he's the dude that had all the bad things happen to him, right? Remember him? And he said in there, all that I have feared has come upon me. I think, you know, we could translate that to say, all that I have felt has come upon me. What we feel, don't forget the feeling. It's not just the thinking. Thought plus feeling equals outcome. So don't let it be all the fear feelings of, oh, God, that could go wrong, that could go wrong, that could go wrong. Instead, let it be the feelings of joy, the feelings of passion, the feelings of your why. The why. The thought plus feeling equals outcome. And so, there's so many distractions in the world. There's so many distractions, and a lot of times those distractions are in our own head from the programming of our past. So I invite you to let it go and be in that space of choosing to be ready to believe a higher idea, ready to believe that there's so much more good in the world, so many more people out there who are tapped in to the goodness of their heart. Be surprised when they're not when they are. Yeah, that's what I got to say. Let's sing about being ready to believe. Ro, what you think? Come on up here. My dad was the ultimate optimist, and so I had him in mind when I wrote this song. Thank you, yeah. Years ago on a park bench in Green River, somewhere, Utah, I think. And thinking about all the ways that we that we want to believe in the worst case scenario, as I say, instead of the best case. So let's believe in the good. Here we go. I'm ready to give up a belief in feast or famine. I'm ready to believe there's always enough for me. No more buying all that stuff about the scaffolding. There's nothing but blue sky far as I can see. Nothing but blue, I tell ya. Nothing but blue, I tell ya. Far as I can see, I'll tell ya now. A whole lot of old thoughts were bringing me down, till they got so heavy I decided to lay them down. 'Cause life, it doesn't have to be so hard. We can smell the roses and count the stars. 'Cause there's nothing but blue, I tell ya. Nothing but blue, I tell ya. Far as you can see, I'll tell ya now. We can be our own worst enemy, or a best friend, it's our choice to make. So treat yourself as well as a stranger, and that, my friend, will be a real nice starting place. There'll be nothing but blue, I tell ya. Nothing but blue, I tell ya. Far as you can see, I'll tell ya now. To give up a belief in feast or famine. I'm ready to believe there's always enough for me. I'm ready to believe there's more than enough for me. Are you ready for that? Said I'm ready to believe there's more than enough for me. More than enough love, more than enough money, more than enough health, more than enough connection, more than enough passion, more than enough. I'm ready to believe. I'm ready to believe. Ready to believe. Ready to believe. Say you're ready to believe. Yeah. Thank you so much.
How lucky are we to have that happening every Sunday? Yeah. So lucky. Right now it's time for our kids' affirmation, and you know we recognize the kids here, online, and also our inner child inside. As we say, kids, we see you, we hear you, and we appreciate you, and we love you just the way you are. Awesome. And now for our conscious giving affirmation. I have a few things to say about these baskets before we pass them around. First of all, you know, there's multiple ways to give online, and I think there's a QR code even back there, but there's Venmo and PayPal and all the other ways besides putting it in there. But don't forget to put your hand on the basket as it comes around, even if you're not putting anything, just to remember the abundance that we have in this community and with each and every one of us, and just know that for us. And know that it takes money to have a full-time minister and pastor and a full-time music team, so we are so blessed. So we got to support them. So do that. Okay, and we will say together, divine love moving through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the good in my life. Thank you.
It's also our opportunity to really think about what we're grateful for, so just be in that space with me. I breathe in to gratitude. I breathe into this moment. And I say, thank you, God, for the good in my life. Thank you, God, for the love in my life. Thank you, God, for the breath of this life. I breathe in to gratitude. I breathe in to thank you. Thank you. I breathe in to this moment. I breathe in to gratitude. And I say, thank you, God, for the good in my life. Thank you, God, for the love in my life. Thank you, God, for the breath of this life. I breathe in to gratitude. I breathe in to thank you. Thank you. I speak this word of gratitude for each and every person in this community, those here with us in person and online, and all of those who help to continue this work of awakening to our divine potential and making a difference in the world. So each and every person giving of their time and their talent and their treasure, I know that it returns multiplied, pressed down to overflowing. I know and I have proved in my own life that you cannot outgive God. So in our giving, we are blessed. And so I say thank you. I breathe in to thank you. Thank you. Yeah. All right. So we are going to be having a newsletter go out this coming week. If you are not on our mailing list and you would like to be, please sign up. I don't know if I have a sign-up sheet for that, but you can just see me. We'll make sure you're signed up. I'll get you signed up myself, because we're going to send out a very important newsletter. It's going to talk about a couple of things, things that we have yet to do for a few things, 3 things we have yet to do before we move in case there's an opportunity for you to serve in that way and you feel led to. Also, what you would like to bring to the potluck, so we don't just have coconut pie, which everybody loves a coconut pie, but let's have a little something else too. And the third thing is, so we can do a final vote on our service time. Are we going to stay at noon? Are we going to move to 11:30? Are we going to move to 11? And keep in mind when you're casting that vote, especially if you like the sharing circle before service, that means if we go to 11 o'clock service, we would go to a 9:30 sharing circle, and some folks come from long distances, so just keep that in mind when you cast your vote. But get on the mailing list, look out for that this week, and please fill out those surveys that we will have for you, so that your vote can be cast. All right, thank you so much, and we will get back to our lunch bunch activities soon. I have missed y'all for lunch, so we'll start next week with our potluck. All right, join us for our closing song, if you would. We let the love wash over us. We just let it be. Yeah, Blue, what you got? Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. No. Should I announce our event next week? So talk about a manifestation. Blue has a manifestation. Yeah? All right. Blue's been talking about displaying her artwork. So we're gonna do that right here next Sunday. So come and prepare to support Blue and the art that she puts out in the world. So that's gonna happen next Sunday right here. All right, join me for our closing song if you would. Like that shirt, Jack Howe. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. So we're going to let the grace, we're going to hold in our mind and our heart right here and right now. Anyone in our community experiencing a physical, emotional, mental challenge, anything going on with those in this room or those online or those that couldn't be with us, we just know for you right here and right now that you feel our love and you feel the love of the infinite as we sing. We let the grace, we let the grace wash over us. We let it be. We let the love. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We love you, we bless you, and we thank you. Have a wonderful week, and thank you to Reverend Renee LeBoa and Reverend Ned Green and Shari for last week. That was wonderful. Y'all have a great week. We have some more donuts and coffee over there, and if you'll help us stack the chairs before you leave, that'd be awesome. We'll give you another song to mill around to. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Dallas, I want to hug you before you leave. Everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me